so much, everyone, for coming to celebrate Jacob's Pidyon with us. Especially, we're so excited to have his cousin Eital and just all of our family, all of you. We're so happy that you're with us for this unique ceremony, and we just feel blessed to be sharing it with so many people who love Jacob and who we love. Having only attended a few Pidyons between the two of us, Matt and I felt compelled to look into this somewhat rare ceremony. People keep telling us it's very rare. In reading about it, we read a Torah by Rabbi Avi Weiss, who is a Kohen, who explained a little bit about the history of the ceremony. Originally, the idea of redeeming the firstborn son came about after Chet HaEgel, the sin of the golden calf. Before the sin, the eldest son of every family was designated to work in the temple, and after the sin, the work was transferred only to the tribe of Levi, who had not been involved in Chet HaEgel. And at that time, all the firstborns were redeemed for 5 shekels in order so that the Levium would take over their work. And Rabbi Weiss asks, why then, if that one-time original redemption already took place, we still, with that one generation, we still do it today, symbolically. And he explains that the Pidyon ceremony is supposed to serve as an educational tool. That it serves to remind families that there was a time when a member of each of their families was directly involved in the temple service, and that reminder should result in a commitment by the entire family to a life of spirituality and religiosity, and the preservation of that responsibility that their firstborn would have taken on themselves. Rabbi Weiss also said that he often wonders why, when he's doing a Pidyon, as he's a Kohen, he often wonders what would happen if the parent turned down the offer and chose to keep the money. And actually, he says if this does occur, the law maintains that the child remains with his family anyway, despite having said no thanks. So why do we bother asking the question? Why is it asked in the first place? And he explains that when the Kohen asks the family if they choose their child or the money, actually he's really asking a question about the value system of those parents and of that family. And the Kohen has a responsibility to challenge the parents, to challenge them to reaffirm that spiritual values, as opposed to material values, are their main priority in raising this child. And that's the reason for the rhetorical question. This description spoke to me in terms of understanding why we do the Pidyon ceremony, and I sort of found myself reflecting on it even more in the past few days, sitting in shul over Rosh Hashanah, and certain parts in the davening, like when we got in Musaf to Chamo Ma'asecha, V'tisma Ma'asecha, I felt a connection from that to the Pidyon ceremony, that tefillah where we ask God to have compassion on your handiwork and be glad with your handiwork is one where it's essentially reminding us that we were created by God, and we are praying that our efforts will sanctify His name and be accepted. And essentially, they're a reminder of the fact that that all that we are and have has been bestowed upon us by God. And on Rosh Hashanah, we recommit ourselves to living in a way that reflects that understanding. And it occurred to me that it's a very fitting time of year to have a ceremony which is meant to serve for us as a reminder that even at this moment when we're feeling awe and excitement about this amazing life that we have created, that we're taking a step back to acknowledge God's handiwork and to commit ourselves to raise a child in a way that sanctifies His name. I hope that Matt and I merit this amazing challenge that we've been given, and that God will rejoice in His handiwork in Jacob. And thinking about this connection, also between the message of the Pidyon and how I felt it was very appropriate on Rosh Hashanah, made me also feel very grateful about our most appropriate choice in a Kohen to redeem Jacob. Not only calling someone for whom Matt and I feel embodies these ideals as a parent, but he also serves as a Bat Tefillah on Rosh Hashanah, and somebody who serves as an emissary for the whole congregation in these same ideals and in these crucial tefillot. And we can't think of anyone who we would rather have redeem our son, and who, if it hadn't worked out, we would have entrusted him to. So, and we're going to have a few words from Matt too, but first I just want to thank him so much for taking care of the details of this, of the bricks, of everything that I couldn't focus on for the past month, and for being a great dad for the 30 days that we've been trying it out, and to Jacob, who's totally worth it. So, thank you all so much for coming.